Okay, so that's fucking working now. And hey guys, while I fix up the title and shit, because it says we're playing Kingdom Hearts for some reason, how you guys doing? Give me just a second while I fix all this up, because we'll be continuing it without the guys, just because I need to do this. Okay. Just one last thing. We can get this stupid thing going. So I'm not looking forward to this. You know. Oh, it's gonna be one hell of a ride, from what I hear. I wonder if the audio's okay. Alright, this seems to be checking out fine. So, like I said, totally fucking doing this mess just because I need to get this game done. I gotta start finishing games, honestly, that's what it is. And I think it still has a stupid thumbnail from Kingdom Hearts, which it shouldn't, but it probably does. Whatever, I can fix that later. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I know I could skip it. I don't want to skip anything. Oh, there it is. Alrighty. Yeah, I know. It's already Sunday. Shit. There we go. I'm getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Why is it not? There we go. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I'm assuming she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Zero. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I I guess you're right. Sorry, guys. Not much has really changed, has it? Sarah's room is messy. It is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. And that's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Zero. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Aha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Zero. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Zero? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just wanted to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just to not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I can do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Zero. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would just have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung around against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Zero. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you've come here and I've made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Zero. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Zero. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Zero, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything else that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Zero. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good of me today. You understand, right? Oh, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Yeah, I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, it would have been really embarrassing for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I believe I have a few things planned that could help you with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. Yeah, it's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a tiny ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like you to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh, yeah? What will these be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. And that's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels when sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Zero. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I'm finished cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. And that's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Okay, I feel like I should save it. Something's going down, and I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah. It's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? I'm curious of its sharpness. I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow. Zero? Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Oh, she stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull it back. Oh. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you overreacted a little. Oh, she doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Zero. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for that sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Zero. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What did you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. And that's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolored paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. And I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than the full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple. That would look very nice. I'd like to paint the gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses the brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games. where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah, sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her book. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be so much closer to mine than it was a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. And that should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty. God damn, dude. And natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow? Wait, I kind of say without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forget, you don't like going out much. I stumble over my words. Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Zero. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. This is Sayori? Huh? Hi, Zero. Sayori. Just now we weren't... it's okay, Zero. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? It's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll be able to be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Judy hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you're having with Yuri and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends, and that's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Zero? Am I supposed to be happy for you? What does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Zero. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Zero. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Zero. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Wait, what the fuck, dude? Would she even believe it? Would she believe it? She'd be right, but then there's Yuri. Like, what the fuck do I do now? Like, I like Yuri because she's like legit that book nerd, you know, like she's so deep in books and poetry and shit, and it's awesome. It appeals to me. But then there's Sayori. Like, I get that. That's a childhood friend, and everything that's happened so far, I can relate, and you know, that makes me feel for her. But what the fuck do I do? Do I just say fuck it? Take that chance and say it? But then I had to let down Yuri. There's something I want to see. Maybe I'll come back and choose the other option. Maybe I won't. I made my decision. Sayori, I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Zero. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Zero, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Zero. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Zero. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about these things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Zero. Sarah gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me. Right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me that you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. And that's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, this is not what I even imagined nor could have even thought. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for this event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funny enough, I probably feel the same way about Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over just so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Zero. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. And that's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Zero. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that? Tell about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this definitely helped people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of... What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Zero? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from something else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried to be a bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. It's a simple gesture, but walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's what she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knocked on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayo. Oh. Are you serious? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for the others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it's always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do, nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never. Huh. What the wait, what the fuck is going on? So, what would happen if I load the game? I'm honestly Oh, what the fuck? File error, character Sayori. File is missing or corrupt. Starting a new game. Oh. Wait, what? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor, a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of just works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase me at like this, I'm almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let it catch up to me. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Wait, what? Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. I didn't think this was gonna be a thing. Good thing I wrote that shit down earlier. Will it let me open this? Fuck. Wait, whoa. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. Let me screen capture this for you guys. It's probably gonna look really fucking bad here for a second. Hold on, wrong one. Oh, cancel that. Uh-oh. Now it's a black box up there. I want this to be on the fucking... So you guys can see this, but it's not fucking doing it. There it is. Okay. So, this fucking text box, I went back to look at it. It says, sorry, and I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred while running game code. Restart content. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I could probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Huh, well, here goes nothing. She got fucking deleted. The game straight up just deleted her. Meanwhile, I've walked to school alone. I always tell myself about this time I meet girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This is that there's always an anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School days as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Zero? Whoa. Monica? Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Fuck you, Monica. You're doing shit. You're breaking shit, aren't you? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I was just looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? How about that? I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather much take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. But, and besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Zero. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Oh, awesome. You're really sweet, you know that? Zero, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go with that? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Can I... What? She deleted all my saves? Okay. Thanks, I guess. Wow. What the fuck is going on? And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school upstairs, a section of the school I very rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Huh? Why did it glitch? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Zero. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. God damn it. Ugh. I had to fucking turn off the heater. Holy shit, man. Talk about heavy fucking heat going on. Oof. Okay, so the game pretty much just reset itself then. Minus Sayori being there. And then the game flat out telling me, oh hey, guess what? You can't reload your old save file because we deleted Sayori from this shit. Can I like read it? What's this gonna say now? It isn't any different, this text file. Oh, you know what though? She is deleted. Monica's got a bigger character size file now. What the fuck? This is what I get for fucking being nosy and digging into shit that I shouldn't be digging into. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Zero in a classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't it great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Zero? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but, well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Hold on, this fucking bag's in my way. Stupid fucking bags. It must be hard to start a new club. You know, you could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Zero, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how very little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter myself quietly, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling good stories is such a foreign world and equally oppressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? God damn it. Oh, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the world and the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Look like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. And, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing that even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can get an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I have just an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri quickly look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. And that way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. So just now that we have a new member, it seems like it's a good step for us to take. Don't you agree as well, Zero? Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth and say what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare blankly at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Zero. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Zero? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Zero, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do anything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Zero, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up in me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait. I can wait. With that, I depart from the club room and make my way home. No way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I be really happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will follow me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I'm not okay with this. And there's only two. Like, should I just go back to Yuri then? But if I do that, is this bitch gonna kill her next? Like, I'm honestly a little fucking concerned at this moment. Hi again, Zero. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was at the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Her eyes just fucking glitched. I'm going to check these fucking what the hell? There's a fucking message on here that says, "Can you hear me?" There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath the manufactured artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, enthusiasm, self-doubt. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. The music changed. It like lost its tempo a little bit while I was checking these fucking things. There's no I hope this isn't overwhelming commitment for you. Oh shit. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack as she glitches into the fucking scene. Why does everything feel like it's tilted? You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what. Let me save this, cause fuck, man. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Whoa! Monica, you're totally covering text that says, Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Are you gonna move after you change what it says? Can you get the fuck out of the way? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Did you change shit on me again? Like, I'm totally not gonna fucking take these text files away. Manga is literature. Everything is tilted. Everything is fucking tilted. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Zero. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you really don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. The music is totally throwing me the fuck off. It's trying to be normal, and then it just, like, lags out. I want you to try to be part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically, I'll take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. It was fucking tilted. It literally just fixed itself after she fucking left the picture. Now that everything's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. The music's still fucking wonky. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks around and glares at me. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. I'm just curious. You still have... So how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, I stopped working... When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically it's a religious... fuck. Basically, it's a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped here have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and asphyxiating them to... Oh, I might have be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be some nice story, so that the dark turn came out from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Zero? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Whoa. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. What the fuck is going on? Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. Wait, what was that? My whole body what? Incredibly what? No, What the fuck is going on? So sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. That's the least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? She glitched. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. That's not that I don't want you to. It's just there's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's like as if I feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just, what? I was bathing in the what? In the feeling of something. What the fuck, dude? I can barely catch that. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. I had fucking sped up the text to get through this faster, but now it's going so damn fast I can't keep up. my god. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold the book. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, or held it even closer than before, it's actually kind of distracting me. It's like I feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face and our eyes met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do since you're so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume she finishes the page for me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently let go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as it catches under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Huh? You've been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. Why did she look sad all of a sudden? You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes it out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Zero? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, so I guess? So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Stand up and make a mental note where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can... Haven't I read this before? I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point for poems to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, I see everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. And so you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Hey Zero, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. I'm gonna save the game. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can do together, do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off with just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Zero. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's a sort of a barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. Great job, Zero. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. What the fuck? I was going ooh in my head. Okay. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that so full of imaginary and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for her alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we started sharing our poems with each other. Oh, already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still got plenty of time, and I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read mine now? Don't worry. I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Have I read this before? Anyways, I'll leave it up for a second so you guys can read it. I don't really want to read it. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It's a lot of poems that we put an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. And that's what was the inspiration behind this one. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say it had something to do with the kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like it because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I don't like where all this is going. As Yuri reads a poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there was specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example. Oh, anyway. That's a lot of fucking reading. Hold on, I need some water. I also hope everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't talk about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri apologizes to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts behind it. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost in her light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The lost in the future. I bathe, calm, breathing in. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have terrible handwriting. Dude, your cursive just throws me off. Like, that's it. I wasn't thinking that at all. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about being a ghost at all, Zero. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem of being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, as soon to be left with nothing. It's a little more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Oh, fucking hell, man, my hands. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. And in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Zero. You too? Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room and it was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of poem, sharing their perspective. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow with frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant that language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it. And Zero did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Zero liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Zero appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh. And how do you know he'd appreciate my... How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do out of overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Zero started showing up. Oh wait, what? Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you edgy bitch. Wait, whoa, whoa. Edgy? Sorry, but my lifestyle is much more mental age than you can comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people get... I can't focus with the fucking music speeding up like that. If you want to prove anything, to stop harassing others with your sickening attitude, you can... Why is she fading out? They both fade out. Well, be careful, or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Whoa! Yeah, go on. Let Zero hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns to me as if she noticed I was standing here. Zero? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Okay, is there something I'm missing here? Why is it? It's gonna force me to... Bitch, get out the screen! She's not saying anything. Hey Zero. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Zero, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as if she wants to say something, but keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Zero. It would be embarrassing with you listening. What the fuck is going on? Have any of these fucking files changed? The files are still there. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate your understanding. Fuck? I broke it. I fucking broke it. I'm kind of scared. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Zero. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considering and apologized. You don't have to worry so much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Zero, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me feel a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry, what am I saying right now? There's another fucking text file in here now. I hate this. I can't do anything, nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All of this is for you to hate. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is this so hard? Huh? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Here, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like this? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever is on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. That's totally not what the text was gonna say. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it makes you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. Something feels off. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys aren't worried or anything. No. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not very good at it yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. And Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Zero. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping I could share it with you anyways. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Zero, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club? Yeah, definitely. I plan on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of her book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her retrieve a small water pitcher from the shelf with the kind with a filter inside. Could you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. Go ahead and plug this in the teacher's desk, then I'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle on the table. Simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to look for her. Let's see. I don't like this. The most logical place for Yuri to be the nearest water fountain. I started heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Are they in pain? I reach around the corner and peer. Yuri? Whoa. Do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I should anything less to make it. I would make not an expert at tea or anything. In that case, you'll be even more impressed, and perhaps I will. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try to express myself a little bit more. It turns out I'm not very good. It's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Zero. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Do I have another request? Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? What's that? A little bit easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at the desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly frequently, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why it's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yeah, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. And I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall with teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position last time. Each one holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer than each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book, finishing opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri already focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth, and just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... She looks at me like if she needs to confirm what happened. Zero? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts breathing heavily. I can't. Zero. Suddenly Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Wait, what the fuck? My heart won't stop pounding, Zero. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Zero? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Her eye. It's time to share poems. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri says the poem with surprise. Do you like it? Zero. This one might be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing. I feel valued. I'm valued, Zero. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I just want to write. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Zero? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? Okay. Wheel. A rotating wheel turning an axle grinding. Bolted. Bolt head. Linear gearbox falling. Sky 7. Holy stakes. A docked ship. A patrol. What the fuck is this nonsense? This is just like random fucking things written. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every second. Every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to an existence of a dock ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. What the actual fuck? It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That's is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way it writes. Yo, I think I am what the fuck? What the fuck did you do with my pen, Yuri? So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Okay. I liked your last one better. Really? Yeah, I could tell you were more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. Maybe true, but I just wanted to try something different. Still figuring this all out. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you're spending time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I thought never to expect anything from everybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should have at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Amy likes spiders. Okay, this one I do remember. I remember the spider poem. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is a pretty straightforward poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree with the subject of the poem is an arrogant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. So just two girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks, but it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever, we're done sharing, so can you leave now? Zero, I think I saw something earlier you saw something earlier you weren't supposed to see. I don't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Okay, you know what? We're gonna stop right there for today. I'm gonna close these fucking extra text files. Anyways, so when I get off work, I'll probably stream it again, hopefully. But anyways, until then, I will catch you guys later. Bye.